What's up, guys? SAG, and welcome to Season 2 of Smithies FC Career Mode. We are underway here, and guess what? If you haven't watched the previous episode, watch it, because I'm about to spoil it. In 3, 2, 1. We are in EFL League 1. We won in the playoff final against Port Vale, which is big. I was just showing our groups there for the preseason tournament. As you can see, we're in EFL League 1. Let's get it. I'm really happy about that. So that's big time there. So, let's get underway here. Let's get started. Just looking, of course, they were delighted with our performance last year. We were supposed to only be mid-table, avoiding the bottom, but we developed into a great team, and we took over the FL League 2 in the late season. Youth development, well, we're going to sign a player and play him. We know that. That's already going to be Jacob's story at the least. Get 10 clean sheets. They want us to gain automatic promotion and reach the round of 32 stage in the FA Cup. And, of course, increase the club worth. So, that's the goal for us this year. Automatic promotion. That shows how good we actually are as a team already. We developed that much. So, let's get underway here. First, we actually have a bunch of stuff to get to here for our first game here. Of course, transfer budget increases, but it doesn't matter. It's a Youth Academy career mode. We have 2 youth scouting reports. The last ones in their journeys in Portugal and Spain. First, Hugo Aldar. 250K. I don't know about that. Rio Abreu. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to say maybe. There's a bunch of guys around 250K. Here's another one. Timo Polino. We signed him. Looks not too bad. We need some defensive players. We just take out of our... And I think we're going to say no to the rest of them. It's tough, though. That's tough. Guadrado has really good potential, so I have to sign him. And Sua, maybe. You, maybe. Our youth squad's full, but I can make some moves. Fuentes is a no. And Santa Maria is a no. That's a no. And you are a maybe. Let's take a look. 50 to 66. He's guaranteed to be half decent with the overall. I guess we gotta call up someone. So let's take a look. But as you see there, it took me a bit to recognize. But actually, Jacob's Story 16. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call up Jacob's Story. I know we will, at least sometime later in this episode. First, I'm just going to release someone first. I think Gage de Cumming I released here. Aldar was a 47 overall. Oh, my goodness. So we're going to release him, but Jacob's Story will get called up. I'll get to that a bit later. And then we go and sign Karkia. I only wanted to get one of those guys. And you see, Donald Wolf is on loan. Daniel Clarkson's on loan. Jesse Palmer is on loan. Matt Davis is on loan. And Jake Armstrong and Sam Record-Nevis is on loan. I loan listed a bunch of people there. Zohir, Bohemer's up for sale. Rodriguez up for sale. Junqua's up for sale. Barbosa's a loan move. Brooks is a loan move. Jacob Green's a loan move because of his development. He's developed really well, and so is Bogard. We have a bunch of youth players that are low overall but high potential, and we need to send them out on loan to be able to really fulfill that potential. Our first sim game here was against Forest Green. Hugh Baldwin goes into the starting lineup with Cam. We end up getting a solid 2-0 win. Diego Durate and Andrew Santoro with the goals as we're in this preseason tournament here. So it'll be an interesting season 1. We actually had a transfer offer here for Riders here. But first, I got to send my youth scouts out elsewhere. So I'm looking for Zachary Blake. Where do I send him to? And I'm definitely thinking Germany. Let's send him there for 3 months. Kalibas. I really don't know where to put him. Honestly, I don't know if I want to go back to South America. Africa doesn't really give much luck. We've already been to Portugal. It took me a bit to recognize that. So, I think let's send him to Denmark. I was thinking Sweden, but I already had done Sweden. Let's send him to Denmark. Last but not least, Marco De Bruin. I'm going to send him to Argentina. Yeah. Let's send him to Argentina. We could probably find someone there. That's great. So, moving on here, we have another friendly here against Wing Athletic. But before that, they're saying transfer offers. Oh, yeah, I got to get to the Riders over here. transfer offer, which we'll accept. He likely is going to go to Bradford City. So let's look at some of these guys here. Sorry, Rudderzo here. I just cleared the notification. We got a transfer offer for Baltimore, but we're not taking that. So we go sim this game against Wigan Athletic. We win 3-1. Really good performance there. Jake Matt with 2 goals. Josh Matt with another. We rotate the squad a bit, but not too much. We're going to save that for the third game. I wanted to make sure I got through the first 2 games to be able to get to the semis. So we actually have a loan offer here for Jaden Best. It's from Motherwell. Loan to buy. Jaden Best has some really good potential, but he needs to go on loan desperately to be able to fulfill that. So we're just going to try to get that to be only a loan. And right after that, we have a game against Tranmere Rovers. Ryder Zohir ends up selling there. So that's it for him. Thank you, Ryder Zohir, for your service here. You've been fantastic. You had a really good first season as a backup CDM. We accept that Jaden Best loan offer. So it's good to see our goalies going out on loan. For now, Jordan's our number 1. Moving on, we sim against Portsmouth, and we lose. They're 1-0. Portsmouth's a promotion contender. Not to be messed around with. I did rotate the squad a bit there, so that's kind of what probably made me lose. I think Portsmouth is in the EFL Championship now. I can't guarantee that, though. So we get some prize money and we move on. First game of the season is against Doncaster. They're Plymouth Argyle, Swansea in the Carabao Cup, Rotherham, Burton, Wickham, Blackpool, and Accrington Stanley. Of course, we won't get to all those games. Well, we're probably going to get to those first 3 to start off the season. So moving on, we're going to take a look at some of these guys. First of all, as I said, welcome to Smithies FC Jacob Story. And I think I'm going to call it Miguel Ramos soon too. Do I call him up there? I'm not for sure. But Jacob Story is going to be a huge part. Yeah, I do. I do call him Miguel Ramos. So those are the 2 guys I could call up. I was going to call up Rick Van de Broek, but the squad's too full. So I'm going to wait for some other guys to sell there. And again, Jacob Story is going to be a big part of this team. He really is. But that makes me have to come to a decision between Paxton Aronson and Hugh Baldwin. And Paxton Aronson's too good. I'm going to loan list Hugh Baldwin. So Hugh Baldwin's going to go out on loan. I could have moved Paxton Aronson to right mid, but I like him at cam. We were looking at scouting some free agents, and just to be honest, nothing too special. No one that really caught my eye. I know Serbia looks like good, but his potential isn't that good. I mean, this guy isn't bad here. This is the only guy that I think is half decent. Rodolfo Alvaro de Barros. He's a 60 overall, 17 years old. I mean, the others are average. They'd be rotation, but I have players that could fill those spots. Even this guy here, Pedro Nuno Alvaro. I have Josh Matt there, man. I'm fine. I'm fine there. So, yeah, I was just looking through them, and I was honestly really, really disappointed. I thought I could find better players. That's the regen there down there for Zlatan. Of course, you have to wait a year for that. So, let me know what you think about this. Should I sign one of these regions? Or should I just hold? Because I'm thinking about it. I really am. So, that's that. The only one we're considering is Rodolfo. And I'm scouting this other guy from Argentina, Christian Bonesica. And this other guy, Tomas Bonesica Ferreira. He looks pretty solid as a center mid. Looks like he might have some decent potential there. So, that's that for free agents. I was thinking if I was going to get one, I was only going to get one a year. So, that's that. So, Jacob Story will actually enter range to the starting lineup, and Hugh Baldwin has a loan offer here from Atletico de San Luis. He's going to agree to that. Nigel's a transfer offer here from Bournemouth. Obviously, going to reject that. So, that's that. But Jacob Story goes right into the starting lineup. We'll have a rotation lineup with Paxton Aronson headlining the cam position there. Bradshaw on the right, Bradshaw on the left, DeVries on the right, and Tanner Ward is our striker. Also in that one, I believe we had Jensen Horn and Sean Armstrong there, or Moses Nyman and Sean Armstrong. But soon, when Telmo Paulinho becomes a CDM, he's going to be the guy there. So Paulinho and what's his name? Nyman. So we're going to go with the main lineup here. Also, we have Phillips and Morgan as center backs in that lineup. Zachary Roberts as the fullback. And the other fullback, I think, is Joe Scally for now. Again, promotion's our aim as we go into the first press conference. Andrew has been in good form, but I have Actually, I do start him. I will start him there. It's just, it thinks we're starting rotation squad. So, sorry, Andrew. I apologize about that, bro. So, we are ready for our first game here against Doncaster. Let's get underway. It's Story's debut, and it's also our debut in EFL League One. As we look straight into the starting laps, as you can see, Jordan, Josh, young Frank Fashionary, Nigel, John Tolkien, Bashar, Baldacimo, Andrew, and Dorate on the wing. Jacob Stewart at the cam, and Jake Matt as the striker. Jake Matt, again, developing at a rapid rate. He's going to be amazing for us in the future. I'm really excited to see what he brings to this team. As we look into the Doncaster lineup, decent looking lineup there. They got Tyrese Jules at top. They got Reece James there, not the Reece James at Chelsea. They're running a 4-2-3-1 just like us. So it'll be interesting, the clash of the 4-2-3-1s. That'll make for quite the game. As you can see, the two teams huddling up. It's our debut in the EFL League One at Mitchell Park. There's Jake Matt. We are ready to get underway here at Mitchell Park. It's Smithies FC in Doncaster here at Mitchell Park. Let's get underway here as we start in the 11th minute. Gomes with it. Gomes going to find Taylor. Taylor finds Williams. Williams looking around. Fashionary is on him, but he plays it long to Reece James. Here goes Reece James. Nice cut in there. As Doncaster getting some possession here in Smithies territory. It's played back to Williams. Williams looking for Gomes. Gomes in for Taylor. Taylor for John Jules. It's 1-0. Tyrese John Jules gets Doncaster up early. A through ball, and I don't know why Jordan didn't get to that. It was really close to our net, and he hits it first time and nutmegs Jordan. I don't know how you let that by, and just one time right through Jordan. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Yeah, he just nutmegged them perfectly. Quite the effort there. Smithy's not pleased with that. It was weak defense. How do you even let that by? As it is 1-0 there. Sorry, I don't know. What's happening with the couch there? My goodness. Sorry about that. 1-0 here as we move on to the 21st minute. Here goes John. John into Conroy. Into Williams. Williams finding Bostock. Bostock looking around here. He's finding James. James. He's looking at Josh. Makes a nice play there, but he turns it over. John Jules with it. John Jules playing through the Taylor. It's 2-0. And Taylor has Doncaster off to a great start. Him and John Jules combine again here. Just poor defensively. We have to be better if we want to survive in the EFL League One and promote. And the Doncaster fans are excited. It was just so easy too. Comes in, and I don't know, what is Nigel doing? Man, put your hand down. Just standing there. Cover a guy, like goodness. And Jordan has no shot. As Smithy's unhappy about that. As it's his first goal of the season, of course, being his first game for John Taylor. And it's now 2-0 for Doncaster.
Doncaster Rovers goal, number 11, John Taylor.
So we move on here to the 29th minute. Here's Andrew Santoro with it. Looking around, he's going to find Jacob Story. Story's going to play through to Jake Matt. Jake Matt's looking. He's going to chip it. Oh, Jake Matt would have been with almost what was almost an absolute world-class goal to open our scoring this season. But he hits the crossbar, looking to chip the keeper as he caught him out of position. But he just couldn't fully execute the chip. And it remains 2-0. Moving on here into the 36th minute. Gomes playing it to Conroy and back to Gomes. Looking around, Gomes has really been controlling this game. He's going to find James. That connection has been strong. James going to look in the box here. Oh, big save by Jordan on Williams to keep us at 2-0. That was huge by Jordan. If we come back, remember that save. as Bashar plays it to Andrew, and Andrew's going to find Jake on the counter. Here goes Jake Matt. Jake Matt going into the near post, trying to cut in. Jake Matt finds some room. He's going to find Story. Oh, it's deflected there. And it's going to be cleared. Here's Bostock down to Williams. Williams finding John. John making a run here. And Tolkien has to get out to the left back position. John plays it into Williams. Williams with it. Is he going to go? He's going to turn here. He's going to find Taylor. Nice save there by Jordan near post. As you can hear above here, it's actually raining really hard. Thunderstorms. Big save there by Jordan. Again, keeping us in this game. It was been quite the action, but we have to open up, trying to get ourselves back in this game. As here's a corner from Taylor, playing it in, headed out, and that's out wide. Better luck next time, Anderson, but yeah, that's not going in. As we move on here, Jordan's looking here for Nigel. As Nigel finding Fascineri. Fascineri in the ball to Simo. Well, Simo finding Story. Quiet opening day for Story. Sorry, quiet debut for Story. Here's Jake Matt. Jake Matt, is he going to look for Story? Can't find him. Played up to John Jules. Not much time left here, only a few seconds. Bostock finds John Jules. Will the whistle go? Williams with it. Back to John Jules. Whistle still hasn't gone. To John. John still with it. Finding Williams. Williams looking. It's Williams. Nice tackle by Fascineri. Tolkien to clear, but it's blocked. But the whistle luckily goes. We got away with that. I think he was offside on that play. So we go into the half, and right currently, as you can see, it's been a slow day for Jake Matt at the office. We go into halftime, and it's 2-0 for Doncaster. Clearly a good start for them. We've been pretty slow offensively, not getting too much going. As we move on here to the second half, in the beginning of it, Gomes is with it. Is he going to look for Taylor? Taylor back to Gomes. Here's Conroy into John. Back to Taylor. Taylor pushing and Tolkien trying to catch up. Here goes John Taylor. Tolkien trying to get near him. Here's John. Back to John Jules. Still with Doncaster here. John to John Jules. Nice turn there by Tyrese. Tyrese still going through the strike. And that deflects off Jordan in the post. And Jordan's still keeping us in this one. That's a big save there. The off Jordan and off the post. Almost 3-0 there for Doncaster. So it's a corner here for Taylor to take. He puts it in for Bostock. That was quite the header there. But just goes over. It had Jordan moving, that's for sure. And that's going to keep it at 2-0 there for Doncaster. Moving on here, Jordan playing it up to Nigel. Nigel finding Fascineri. Looking around and trying to play it through, but he can't. Williams with it. Williams is going. Here goes Williams. Here with the strike. Oh, big save by Jordan again. A careless turnover offense from our defense, and Jordan has to bail us out again. Jordan has been absolutely fantastic for us today. Fantastic display from him. As he keeps it at 2-0. And another corner here for Bostock to take this time. As he plays in the box for John Jules. John Jules takes a touch, and that's blocked by Tolkien. And Tolkien's going after the ball. Here goes Tolkien. He gets it. He's going to look and try to play danger, but that's taken away. Okindehar with it. Can he keep it? As he's trying to play it back, but Andrew with the steal. Here goes Andrew. 1-2 with Jake, and it's right back to Andrew. Andrew's off to the races, trying to get away from the defenders. Here goes Andrew. He has Jake Matt. It's Jake Matt. It's 2-1. And just like that, we are back in the game. It doesn't take much. It takes only a spark to light up a flame. Andrew with the 1-2 with Jake. He goes through and he finds Jake right again. And Jake opens his scoring account. That is pace. That is for sure. Pace. There are two paciest players on the team just getting it done. Nice job by Andrew, man. That was world class by him and Jake. Just pairing up, making them pay right off that turnover. and putting it away to make it 2-1. And now we're back in the game. This could be our chance, really, to try to secure some points early. As Williams has it into John Jules. Here's Gomes. Now it's Durante with it. We have the ball here. I don't know why I said Gomes. Jake Matt looking for Story. Story back to Jake Matt. The Story trying to find some space. Story with it. Playing it back. Into ball to Simo! And he couldn't really get it on target near post. Ball just trickled away for him as he hit it. Yeah, that's tough. Couldn't really get it on goal there. As that keeps it at 2-1 here. As we go to make a sub, we're going to bring on Paxton Aronson in for Jacob Story. Again, Jacob Story couldn't get much going in his debut, but again, it's his first game. I know he'll still be great for our club. As we move on to the 71st minute, here's Josh Matt into Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking for Paxton Aronson. And here's one thing that Jacob Story doesn't have that Paxton Aronson does have. That's pace. Aronson in the box for Matt. Oh, Jake had a huge chance there to head it home, but he could not get a control of the cross as he really just missed it. It hit the side of his head. And that's going to keep it 2-1 here in the 73rd minute. We're going to make a quick sub here. I was looking at who to take off, and I believe it was Bradshaw in for Durante. Again, Bradshaw, 5-star. Looking fantastic, part of our rotation squad as we go to make the sub here. Again, we have only, as they make a sub, also John Jules coming off here. We only have, 14 minutes, around 14 minutes to get one goal, to be able to even this game up and take a point out as Doncaster's with it now. It's Gomes playing along to Taylor. Doncaster's had some chances while being up as Conroy now has it. Looking for Williams. Williams back to Bostock. Nice play here. He's going to look for James. James getting past Josh. As Josh trying to cut off the inside. Back to Okenar. Into Bogle. Bogle. Back to Okenar. Okenar. Still with it. Playing it through the Taylor. It's Taylor off the angle. And it's a big save there by Jordan. Taylor had a second there to be able to put it away. But he just ran out of room. Jordan takes out the gap. And he makes a nice save with his foot. That's some good goalkeeping by Jordan. That's how you not let goals in into your near post. You make out, oh God. You go out of your net and you cut off the angle. That's how you not give up goals near post, at least in FIFA. Taylor here with the cross. And that header's out wide here. Can Aronson get to that? No, Ravenhill with it back to Bostock. And it's James and it's offside. We have 11 minutes left here in the game as we look to make another sub here. And we move on a few minutes later. Here's Bostock. Bostock, we run a press and it's turned over. Jake here to Paxton Aronson. Paxton Aronson. Oh, what a ball to Taylor Bradshaw. Taylor Bradshaw running with it. It's Taylor Bradshaw. It's 2-2. Right after we press, we get them to turn it over. And what a pass from Paxton Aronson to Bradshaw. And the defenders weren't even close to Bradshaw as he tucks it away just before the keeper gets to the ball. And just like that, we are tied at 2-2. Look at the ball. It's an easy run. The keeper comes out, but he just barely gets to it and tucks it home. As the keeper goes off to the side there. It's Taylor Bradshaw, and it's 2-2. Again, a big-time goal there by Taylor Bradshaw. Just fantastic. His first goal in the EFL League One here. His first goal of the season, his first appearance. Big time, 2-2 now. In Mitchell Park here, what a game. Moving on to the 87th minute, Paxton Aronson with it, looking for Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking for Moses Nyman, back to Paxton Aronson. Paxton Aronson going with it, he's given by Moses Nyman! Moses Nyman for the win! Oh, what scenes here at Mitchell Park! In our first game in EFL League One, Moses Nyman comes off the bench as a CDM. Gets the 1-2 with Paxton Aronson, and he tucks it away into the left corner. Oh, that's a great finish by Moses Nyman. That is big time. The pressure, but what pressure to Moses Nyman because he puts it away. And it's 3-2. 3 goals in the second half here from Smithies FC. Gives us the lead late. And only a few minutes left. Can we hold on here for a late win? Last minute magic here at Mitchell Park here as Doncaster kick off. Can we just hold on for the win here? Last minute here. Trying to run out the clock. Jake Matt into Taylor Bradshaw. Looks like time's running out. Bradshaw just trying to push here. Bradshaw's going to try to put it in the box. And the keeper gets it, but the full-time whistle goes off. Smithies FC win on opening day at Mitchell Park 3-2 after they concede too early. And at the end of the first half, it was 2-0. We get 3 second-half goals from Jake Matt, Taylor Bradshaw, and surprisingly, Moses Nyman in the last minute. Just our subs really ended up working well. Bradshaw and Nyman getting late goals. Jake Matt doing his thing. We just showed up in the second half. As you can see in the final score, it's Smithies FC 3 and Doncaster 2. As we move on to the post-match press conference, just fantastic performance. I don't even know what else to say. That's what Smithies FC is all about. It was our first game, really. And again, Jacob Story, he's going to be so amazing for us. I'm so excited to see what he brings to this team. Already 67 overall at 16 years old. Again, we weren't as focused, but we won. We won. That's all that counts. We won. So, but Jacob Story, he's going to get there, man. I know. He just needs to improve his pace. That's the most important thing. His pace needs to get higher. As we get a transfer offer here for Isaac Bohemer, we end up accepting that as we have, like, way too many goalies. Looking at our scouting reports here, I think I already someone already left, so Van der Broek's going to get the call up. We're going to look to loan him out, hopefully. We're going to release Carlos da Silva, even though he's a high overall. He's just not that good. He doesn't have that good of a potential. So that's that. So we sim forward here. We have some scouting reports here from Argentina. That's a maybe. That's a no. That's a no. That's a maybe. So not the greatest of starts there from Argentina. Let's look in Denmark. Meganson, no. No, his potential's too low. That's a no for Helmet Boy. That's a no. Simeon's a no. Stephenson, oh, he looks good. We'll take Stephenson. So it looks like Stephenson's going to be the only one out of Denmark. Milo Schneider's a no. What? Maybe. We have a lot of keepers already. That's a no. That's a no. Schmitz is a no. Walther is a no. And that's going to be a no. So the only one that's going to come out of the 3 is Nicholas Stephenson. So that wasn't the greatest of scouting reports there from our scouts. I think kind of disappointed, not going to lie. We haven't been that lucky really going through. But I forgot. I actually haven't given the development plan for a lot of these guys. So let's just look at all these Spanish and Portuguese guys and then Stephenson. So first, let's start with Nicholas Stephenson. He's a fullback, 17 years old, 56 overall. He needs to get his defending up, but he still looks like a really solid defender. Again, he's got no shooting, so obviously he's not going to be a winger. He's got okay passing and defending, so he's got good physicals. He's got to work on his technicals. That's like a lot of players. I looked maybe into moving him, but I mean, he looks like he's pretty much suited for the fullback position. Let's improve his defensive stats while improving his pace. So Vincent Quadrado, he's a 50 overall. I mean, he's really fast for a fullback, but I mean, I don't know if I have much faith in him. We'll put defensive wide back, but he's on a short leash. This is Corriga. He's a winger. He's got some really good pace. I'm talking really good pace. It's going to be fantastic for us, hopefully. And then Telmo Polino. I forgot to do this, but looking at his stats, we need CDMs. We don't need fullbacks. Let's make this guy a center defensive mid. He's got good shooting, good passing, good dribbling. He's got consistent all over the board. But I like his dribbling and his defending. That's the two main things to me that calls it a CDM. He's already got good physicals too. He's got great strength, great aggression, great jumping. This guy is a great CDM to be in the future. This could be Bashar's guy to go with. We have Baldacimo, but I think Bashar could go with it as we release Idar there. So that's that for the youth scouting reports there. Right after, we're going to use our, as you can see, Bohemer was sold. We're going to use our rotation squad against Plymouth Argo. I trust these guys. I think they're going to be good. let's see what they're like. Sean Armstrong getting a start. Phillips, Morgan, Bogard, Roberts. So we use a rotation squad against Plymouth Argyle. It's a bit risky, but I think we can get it done as we go to sim the match. And we end up here getting a 1-0 win. Jake Matt late. Kind of an even game there, but it's to be expected with the players that we're playing. So Jake Matt comes in as a late sub and gets a huge win for us as we break through 1-0 here. Right after that, we have a Carabao Cup match against Swansea, which I will play. It's a big game against the EFL Championship team. This guys can show where we're at. As you can see, we are ready to get underway here at Mitchell Park. As you can see, the two teams here, we're about to look at the starting lineups here for round one of the Carabao Cup at home. And here we're going with our main starting lineup. No changes from that first game that we played from our main lineup. Again, there will be some tired guys, but I think we're all ready. I played the rotation squad last game. It's time for the guys to show up here. This is our time, man, to show who we are. Smithies FC as a club against the EFL Championship team. Here, as you see, the two teams shaking hands there. There's the Swansea players. As we get ready to look into their lineup, looks like they got a fairly decent lineup. They got Ryan Bennett there. George Byers, Corey Smith, Morgan Whitaker, Matt Grimes, the captain. They got Jamal Lowe there at the striker. They're running a 5-3-2, very conservative against a team like us. But, hey, I enjoy playing against 5-3-2s. No, I don't. I don't enjoy playing against those. So annoying. With so many players at the back. We're going to have a rough time offensively trying to break through, but hopefully we can. As we are ready to get underway, I didn't realize the kits were like so close to the kit clash there. As we are ready to get as I said, we're ready to get underway here at Mitchell Park. It's Smithies FC and Swansea City. As we just played around here, as Josh Matt looking for Fashionary there. Our center back's just getting the ball around here is Tolkien. As Baldacimo has it. As we played around to Andrew Santoro. Andrew Santoro here to Bashar. Bashar looking. He's going to find Jake Matt. Jake Matt to Jacob Story. Story gets it taken away from him. Here comes Byers. Byers into Whitaker. Whitaker back to Byers. Playing along to Manning. Here goes Manning. With it. Manning putting it into the box. Just waiting here. He does. To Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe to Morgan Whitaker. Whitaker turns. Morgan Whitaker. George Byers. It's 1-0. Swansea FC just have many men in the box, and they just overwhelmed us. And it's a huge finish there, as we have everyone's favorite celebration there. George Byers. 1-0, as you can see. Jamal Lowe to Whitaker. Whitaker, nice little play. Turns on Fashionary. Finds Byers, and it's just too much for Jordan. Too fast of a shot. Look at this. A nice strike, and Jordan was so close to it. Oh my goodness. Would have been an incredible save. But instead it's a 1-0 lead for Swansea here. It's George Byers. It's 1-0. As we move on here. Early goal again. We need to stop conceding early goals. Hopefully we can tune that up later into the season. As Fashionary has it. Moving on here into the 14th minute. Jacob Story finding Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking. He finds Bashar. Bashar back to Story. Story here looking for Durate. Durate has Tolkien. Lots of men around the box here. Tolkien's going to throw it in for Jake Matt. Oh, that's a big save there. A nice save there by the Swansea keeper. Just tipping it over the bar. Kind of a weird header there. Jake always likes to head it down off the ground. I don't know why. Yeah, kind of forced a weird save. Nice hand-eye there. As Durate is going to put it in the box here. Looking for Bashar. And that's just headed way over here for another corner. As Durate is going to switch up the strategy here. Throw it in here again for Bashar. And that's definitely not enough power there. As Swansea retain possession. Moving on to the 21st minute. Here's Durate. Finding Story. Story looking for Durate again. That's a beautiful ball. Durate looking for Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking to chip the keeper. Oh, what a save. Jake Matt again. Oh, Bendo, what a save there to keep it at 1-0. Moving on just a bit later, here's Smith looking for Manning in the 25th minute. Manning with a nice chip over Josh. Here's Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe, Nigel to tackle, and that's a free kick. Wouldn't be surprised if that's a yellow card on Nigel to follow up, and it is. Kind of a poor tackle there, just trying to get the ball up Jamal Lowe. He had quite the follow through there. It's going to be an easy free kick here for Swansea City. As you can see, nice turn by Jamal Lowe, and that's a wicked tackle. As now it's a free kick here to be taken by Grimes. As Grimes goes to take, and that hits the side of the post. As he just couldn't get it around there. Just trying to put it around the wall there, into that corner, and yeah. The post there, as we tried to put Paul DeSimo onto that post there to keep it out. As move on here to the 35th minute, Jacob Story with it into Jake Matt. Jake Matt pushing with it. It's Jake Matt. Big save there by the keeper and cleared. Another easy chance there. And that would really be the end of the half there. Early goal there by George Byers. And then we tried to push and push and push. We had a huge chance there by Jake Matt. But he couldn't put it away. And just early on, we're just pushing. But we're still down 1-0. It's Swansea City 1. And Smithies FC 0 here on Mitchell Park in the Carabao Cup. Moving on here to the 56th minute, Jordan's with it. Looking around, is Swansea pressing. He's going to play it to Nigel. Nigel into Fashionary. Fashionary back to Josh Matt into Bashar. Bashar just trying to be patient with it, looking for Story. Story into Jake Matt. Jake Matt looking for Durate off the counter here. Nice job by Smithies FC breaking the press. Durate here to play in the box into Jacob Story! Oh, that is incredible by Jacob Story. That's the way to show yourself in front of the Smithies FC crowd. He may have had a poor debut, but this is an absolutely fantastic goal. The volley with the left foot. Look at this. Durate puts the ball in, and oh, look at the way he positions himself. He jumps in midair and strikes it home with his left foot right into the right corner. Oh, that is fantastic from Jacob Story. Wow. Just world class. And just like that, we are even at 1-1. Jacob Story, the superstar we have been waiting for at Cam. He showed up there. A huge goal, and it's his first as a Smithies FC player. As we move on here, it's 1-1. As here in the 76th minute, we had a double sub. We're bringing on Scally and Nyman in here for Baldacimo and what's his name? Josh Matt. As we put in a cross here, Andrew with the header. No, I can't get to it. Keeper punches it out, and Swansea get to that. So that's it for that. Did we actually bring out? I think we brought up Bashar. We didn't put out Baldacimo. Yeah, we wanted more attacking. We wanted to get that goal. Here's Josh Matt. Josh Matt into Durate. Oh, that should have been it. That was it. Diego Durate was there clean through, and he could not finish it. Big save there, but it's right at the keeper. You got to finish that. It could have been 2-1, but it's instead still 1-1. As they go and make a sub. Fulton in for the goal scorer, George Byers. Here's Durate going to take the corner. As he goes to throw it in near post here. Puts it in, and that's just going to be headed out. Baldacimo getting into it. And in for Andrew. Andrew, back to Scally. Scally to Jake Matt. Jake Matt just trying to hold to find someone. Just plays it back to Scally. Into Baldacimo. Baldacimo looking, and that's turned over. Yeah, that's a foul on Baldacimo too. Colin with it into Fulton. Fulton into Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe is Colin. Colin's going, but Nigel catches up to him. Here's Colin. Colin in for Jamal Lowe. That's a big block by Fashionary there in the 79th minute to keep it at 1-1. Moses Nyman with it now. Playing it to Jacob Story. Jacob Story back to Jake Matt. Nice play upfield. It's quite the game now. Quite upbeat. Here's Jake Matt holding. Finding Nyman. Nyman back to Baldacimo. Trying to spread Swansea out here. It's Durate into Tolkien. Tolkien looking. Can he play it in? It's in for Jake Matt. Oh, he hit the post. Another big chance for Smithies FC with Jake Matt. Tolkien into Story. Story back to Tolkien. And that's blocked there. Oh, that's a huge chance for Jake Matt. Moving on to 88th minute here. Here's Jacob Story. Back to Diego Durante looking for Tolkien. Tolkien holding on to it and he turns it over. Here's Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe holding. And that's a poor tackle by Baldacimo. That's probably going to be a yellow card there in the 90th minute as we only have 2 minutes of added time. And again, it did stall the play, but it gave Smithies FC a chance to come back, but still. Jamal Lowe forcing 2 yellow cards out of us. We made a quick sub. We want Tanner Ward on for penalties. As Swansea have a free kick here. They're going to take it long. Grimes to put it in. And Fulton, it's right at Jordan. Jordan can hold on here. Well, we're going to try to push for a goal here. Here's Scully. Scully and Andrew. Andrew back to Scully. Scully's going to play along for Andrew. We could maybe have a chance. Here's Andrew playing it back to Nyman, but they blow the whistle. And that means we're going to penalties. It was quite the game. Byers got their goal early, but we just dominated from there on. Story getting the equalizer. We had 2 big chances with Diego Durante shooting it right at the keeper. And Jake Matt hitting the post off the volley. And that's going to lead us to penalties here. As this is a big chance to stay in the Carabao Cup here for us as the EFL League 1 team. We are ready for penalties now. The first penalty taker here will be Jake Matt. Here's Jake Matt ready to go take his penalty here. It's Jake Matt here, and did we ever really have a doubt? Jake Matt with a nice finish there. Here's Manning. Manning, and Jordan picks the wrong side. Here's Tanner Ward. Tanner Ward looking to go to the outside here. And that's a big save there. Benda, look how far he had to stretch for that. And our substitution doesn't pay off as Colin takes his. And Jordan makes the save there. We are even here at 1. 2 rounds through. Here's Andrew looking for the middle. And it hits off the keeper's legs. As De Honda goes to take his penalty. And he finishes it. That's big. Jacob Story now here to take his penalty. In the 4th round, we need one here. Story, and that's another big save. Wow, what performance by the keeper now. And Grimes can win it. Here's Grimes to win it. And he skies it. Now Moses Nyman has to score to keep us alive. He's looking for down the middle. And oh, that just squeezed past the keeper. And that leaves it down to 1 penalty. And here's Jamal Lowe, who's been great all game. Jamal Lowe to win it for Swansea. Oh, he sends Jordan the wrong way. Swansea City are going to advance to the next round as we are eliminated here in the Carabao Cup. It was a valiant effort. I really like the effort of this team. They really did show me some stuff here. This was still a really good performance. So we lost, but you know what? We showed up. We showed that we could compete with the EFL Championship team. That mattered the most to me. And it's frustrating. We really wanted to make a run here in the Cup, but just not meant to be. We have not been good in Cup competitions. Hopefully in the FA Cup we can show up, because in the Carabao Cup and last year FA Cup we really did not. Jacob Story, man, that goal today showed how good he was. His technical skills are great. His physical skills have to get better. He's got to get more pace here. Like Paxton Aronson, that guy's got pace. He's like 82. So Jacob Story's got like 60-something. Andrew, he's getting there. He'll get there. He had that great play against Doncaster. So I don't know what they're talking about. Sam Jonqua, man, you're getting sold, my guy. I don't know what you're talking about there, but yeah, you're getting sold. Abraham Rodriguez has an offer there. We'll accept that. Jonqua, yeah, not the right game, buddy. So, we have a position change here for Ledesma. We're moving him from centerman to cam. I wanted to look at Polino. He only has 2 weeks left, so he gets his move to CDM. As we see here, Fabian Ledesma makes his move to cam, and he goes up 5 overall to 56 overall. Maybe he can be part of the loan squad. I don't know. We have a lot of attacking midfielders. We already have Hugh Baldwin. Again, let's hope we can send him out in January, and let's see how he does. Moving on to the next episode, we will have Rotherham United, Burton Albion, Wickham, Blackpool, Accrington, Stanley, Charlton Athletic, Lincoln City, Exeter City, Charlton Town, and Fleetwood Town. Of course, we probably won't get to that September window there. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have all enjoyed this series as I have. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you think of the Hugh Baldwin situation. And thank you all for tuning in.